away there. He's trying his utmost hardest to get as further as he can away from everyone. He's going to be going up, going ahead as the pit lanes get told to go. Who's going to be the one having the best advantage, having the best exit through these couple of corners? Down the hill we go. It looks to me that Chris is also getting kerfuffled by maybe the Red Bull of Razor. I think that is it's had an absolute tremendous start, almost moving up through there. All these drivers are crushing right through. There is going to be a dramatic, and huge DRS change, as we can see back there. All of them fighting for its 4 wide coming into turn 5. This is going to get absolutely topsy and turvy, as the drivers are going to need to have to find some pace, find some time to keep their car under condition. Almost going wide there. A couple of cars trying to keep it through. This is going to get dramatic. This is going to get out of hand. The drivers are all going through the uphill section. Looks okay, looks so good. It seems to me that almost all of them have somehow been able to get DRS there, as Raf decides to stand on the track. Raf, you should probably move off of it if you want to do some investigating there. But down the hill we go. Looks to me that apparently Evan's leading, but we can't see him. So that is really unfortunate. That's really perfect play by the Iron developers. I really love them, because all the hard work that they do just to cut their game off really early, you know, promising such an update that we don't even get. But anyway, back up to the front. Apparently Evan's leading, but I can't even see he's leading because Cashback has made the most worst game. But anyway, we go back up to the so-called front, and I think it is Stealthy. Well, he's not leading. He's in second place. I can't actually tell you if he's leading or if he isn't leading, but all I do know is that Evan is going to be in the lead, and he is in the lead by 9/10 of a second. Already moving very far away. What about the others? We're going to look at the guys which are actually properly racing down here. We're going to have a look. Bali Pepe made some really good inroads here. He's gotten himself up to P4, Ratapata to P5, Alcon struggling in P6. JZ P7, Jar P8, Razor P9, still trying to get himself up to measurements with how the car is working. As for the pit lane starters, Paris TG and the rest of them all making their way at the back. Piavan is also going to be stuck in that DRS change, but they are direly going to need to catch up to the other pack, and direly going to need to make some extremely hard and aggressive inroads. Already Evan has somehow been able to get a drastic start and really flurried away from the rest of the pack. He's already 1 second up against them. This is getting out of hand, as we can see in the background. Is that the Ferrari almost dying into the wall? I'm not sure who that was, but it's Rush that's lost about 5 positions through one corner. He's giving it all away. He's giving it all down, and that is really going to cost him, and that is absolutely unbelievable. Rush did have the top 10 provisional listed himself, but it just has fallen away from him. That is not going to be a happy day for the Alfa Romeo team. But up to the front we go, and apparently the pit runners are beginning to catch right back up. Piavana, Perez, TG, these guys maybe are going to just need to work together here, as they're going to need to pull closer and closer to these guys, which also have the DRS, but are more closer to the guys at the front. Stealthy on the other hand, trying to get a second win in IFRL. Will he be able to do it? I doubt it. As we can see here, 5/10 away from Evan, and he is really starting to wait, what happened? Safety car where? Safety car where? Oh, it's Fish Noob. He's crashed. He has crashed. I'm not sure if that's actually on. Okay, that's
It's not on the 8. I wouldn't say
yeah, okay, yeah, we'll call it. That's a safety car. That's a safety car. Safety car. Keep the delta positive. This is gonna get absolutely unbelievable. By the way, overtakes on Evan will be avoided. Evan, okay, if there's overtakes on Evan, we're not gonna because we just can't see. We literally have no authentication of how he is there. Must use 2 compounds, yeah. Safety car is at turn 1, waiting for the other drivers, waiting for the other men, and this is actually going to be something that Raf told me would be happening, and I'm not sure how we're going to do with the Evan shenanigans here, as the game is absolutely exploded. Like, how do you create a game that has someone that just blows up and doesn't appear? Like, who? Oh yeah, how are we going to do this if Evan is invisible? Well, visually evidence. I have no idea, man. Well, any overtakes an I will say provisional. Whoever comes out of the pit lane will be the provisional first person. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be Paris TG, which has decided to not come into the pits. I think that's also Rush joining him, so they're going to meet up with Lords at the top of the hill, and Lords is already going to be absolutely gunning it, keeping at a steady speed and at a safety car acknowledgement as he knows about IFRL. He knows what he's doing, unlike some other people. He's like grey in a dark moon. I
Jesus
undercut
fucking
him.
Christ, got
Oh,
massive.
and Lords, you've almost just died. Let's keep it on the track, yeah? It's not an F1 car, by the way.
Bro, Stealthy went off track and he overtook everyone.
Did he?
Yep. If you go off track, you're not supposed to re-overtake.
Slow down, speed up.
He's saying I was third. What do you mean? Stealthy doesn't know the F1 rules. We're accurate. You shouldn't tell him to return to pitch position.
P10.
It's unfair. Which position? He's saying
I mean, in F1, if you go
P10
wide off
apparently.
track, you can't overtake.
That is true. You can't after yeah.
Was he
If you've gone
sustaining a
off track,
penalty?
I mean, no, he just went completely off.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get you some good cinematic. Safety car is in next lap. In next lap, and that brings
you can still
Paris
see
TG
Evan.
and Rush into the pit. Yeah, no. Evan's not gonna disappear. By the way, he's in the game, but his thing's broken. Okay, we're not gonna see Evan again. At least he's pit, so that's not gonna be an issue. But it's kind of a sticky situation. I can say so myself. If I say so myself in this lap. In this lap. What's his name? Whoever's leading, I think it's Chris. Chris will have control. Chris, you will control after
Haas. I
S.
can see a Haas behind. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's either.
don't overtake S.
Do I slow down?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's until
Chris miles.
you can go. You just go at
Okay.
an average slow pace because Chris
I mean,
controls it by second sector.
sector
So.
2, I pull away.
Or you can keep going. Just keep a static speed, but when it hits sector 2, Chris is going to be controlling the grid. Right, Cook apparently. Not sure what's happened there, but our first elimination is the man from AlphaTauri. He has crashed out. I think it was lap 4, and that has really given a hindrance to how things are. As we can see, at least Evan Gray went green flag. Green flag is as soon.
It's when I come into the pits. Yeah. Okay, sector 2, sector 2.
Just let me
Chris
know.
controls.
We'll make it green.
Yeah, Chris controls.
There goes that. What happened to Razor? Did Razor crash? Oh my gosh. Well, we're having an in lap and Razor has died on the circuit as well, and apparently this is still a thing. So the safety car is coming in and Razor has died on the same
I'm in, I'm
time.
in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Green flags.
Green flags?
Yep, I'm in.
Don't overtake. He's gone. There you go. They can go now as it's foot down to the ground. Wait, my bad. I got that message all mixed up as Razor now needs to... Razor?
Razor lost his
That
front.
is a black... Yeah, I know. But he doesn't have his wheel, so... Since that's an unconditioned car, We're going to give you a little bit of a black flag, my friend, as that car is permissible to finish this GP. So we're going to give that black flag. He tries to come back into the pit lane. The Red Bull team will have tears coming out of their eyes, but Razor will be. Yep, he's just gonna three wheels and cooking. He can't return onto the circuit, by the way. He's already been black flagged, which means he's disqualified. But up to the front, I can finally go. As we can see, Chris leading us away. Alcott in second. Evan is in the imaginary third. But we can see these two are going to be absolutely giving it everything. Both wanting to take wins. Both wanting to go for a decent positioning here. This could be the defining moment in the championship, as Razor has now eliminated himself out of this GP, and this gives these two men, a chance of getting ahead in the championship. Razor had a huge margin. It was about 34 points, but that's about to absolutely dwindle here today at the South Korean Suwon International Circuit, as these two drivers have been given an absolutely exponential chance at getting some huge points on the championship leader. Let's have a look at these two coming through the final couple of corners, absolutely sending it down here onto the left-hander. These two are going to be giving it absolutely everything to get as high as they possibly can. Up the right-hander they go, almost side-by-side action. Alcott takes the lead of the race, and Chris has gone wide there, giving himself up, giving himself in, and he has been overtaken by the Aston Martin of Alcott. Alcott now stonks up ahead and needs to get away, needs to get along, and at least try and make some type of savory action to keep his winning ideals in plan. But they have both not gotten the DRS, and so has Alcott fallen into second place. Side by side coming into it. Alcott's on the mediums, Chris is on the hards. Let's see what's going to be happening here to the right-hander. Both of them giving it absolutely everything. Both of them going for it, as they know this is a very defining moment. We still have the absolutely catapulting, bomb-sacking kill you here at South Korea. Of course they've not been fixed, because Cashback is a lazy donkey. But anyway, we go back up to the front. We can see that Chris and Alcott absolutely giving it absolutely everything. Wait, did I just see Evan? No, that was Ratatapatata fighting in fourth place. That is unbelievable. Where has he done that? This could be his first ever podium in IFRL F1. This could be it. Ratatapatata's moment and getting scuffed jokes commentating. As Ratatapatata he can try his hardest to get closer and more dialed into his Williams car. JZ also in fifth somehow. Not sure how that's happened, but he is already getting overtaken by the others on his inside. He's getting gobbled up by the opposition, and he is now going to just have to fight very hard. The DRS train is playing into his favor. Apparently, Alcott is 10 seconds ahead, but that will eventually fix itself. Maybe this is clearly the reason why they decided not to continue this game. Graham, am I allowed to use a go-kart to get around the track quicker? No. No, you're gonna have to walk. By the way, just letting Raf know there. What about Golden Freddy actually? He's actually further behind, not really having an eventful race. Same as Pika. He's not really been on it through the few couple of races that we've had. He's not really been able to put his car into a good enough position. As Ratatapatata, on the other hand, he's still there. He's hanging on. He's got the DRS from Evan, which is still non-existent, but he is apparently second place, battling with the front runners. Alcott is going to be absolutely, how do I get into free cam? Shift P, by the way. But Alcott is leading us away here, as we can see. Thanks, Gray. We can see Chris is very close behind the Aston Martin, and this will be my moment to have a break from commentary because my lips are dry. Well, not dry, but my tongue is. 14 laps to go, and we can see Evan is leading the GP. Outguard and Chris are still battling for second and third, but these three, which I can't see, one of them we can't see, are going to be battling it for every single moment, every single corner, and every single section. They're going to give it absolutely everything. They know the risks that have been placed onto them. They know the absolute opportunity that's been given upon these lads. Razor has had a kerfuffle, and this is their moment. This is their chance to finally go and have a great amount of points toward the championship. Red Bull will be scoring absolutely nothing as it stands unless Perez TG can make some inroads, but this will be an extremely good day for the Haas team, third and fourth as it stands, and these two men are going to give it everything, same as the Mercedes AMG Petronas. They're probably going to be in a decent position for the constructors at this moment in time, but let's see how things will be going. Let's see how things will be ending, because I cannot predict the future. 5th and 6th as it stands for the Mercedes boys. They're going to be pushing extremely hard. That's for the Williams. 7th and 8th, not a bad result. The Alpines are also having a very good run, with that Piovana being in P8, Evan being in P2 as it stands, but you know, it's really unfortunate that we can't see Evan. But anyway, yesterday we had 18 people in our F2. Were they 18 good drivers, or were they just 18 randoms? Pretty sure it's not that hard to get 18 people that are randoms into an Iron thing. Top 5 were good. No, that's wild. Rest were terrible. Yeah. I'm pretty surprised we even got 15 here today. I don't know how much did IFRB see, because that's the 5 people which end up behind randos. I didn't check how much IFRBC had to see a comparison. IFRBC had 18. They had 18 again, but it's rigged. Oh. So rigged. Evan and Outguard, people crash on track. Ah, oh, yeah. Is it like they sit there for 20 seconds? No decision is made. Thought Nee had that stuff under control. In my life, the worst last season we got was 18, but best was like 24. How do you get 24? What? How do you get 24 in an F2 season?
No,
24
F1. We had 24 people qualify in Q1, Q2, and Q3, and then we had to like stop the
How?
slowest person racing. I'll show you this in later. Because Q1, the grid was full, and like a bunch of main drivers couldn't get a lap in, so we had to put them into Q2, and then it was really
that
confusing.
doesn't even make
Basically, had to stop people
sense.
from racing.
If you had 24 people, then you just say, okay, wait, it depends on like the amount of teams, but that would make absolutely
No,
no
we had
sense to have.
back then we had 12 teams.
Okay, that makes sense now. That means every single
Yeah.
team came, and that's why it was 24.
Like F2 and F1, we
Some
both
would
have
spawn,
like the 2023
or
cars.
almost spawn.
Like the best F2 team gets promoted to F1. The worst F1
Oh,
team gets demoted to F2.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Up to the front we go. We can see Outguard and the imaginary Evan battling, but we can see Chris pushing out ahead in this DRS zone. But it has just been like that through every single lap, through every single moment, as we can see these drivers are absolutely going for it. This is probably going to be a race where we're just going to have to go off the leaderboard if they have a very side-by-side ending. I cannot even decipher whether Evan finished ahead or behind visually, because the game is more broke than me last week when I didn't have money. So yeah, the game is not really in a good state, as Chris has had a bombastic slingshot on that DRS rate. Yeah, he was gunning it down. I'm not gonna hold you. Chris was making some extremely interesting inroads. But Lords, you know, since you've come and joined the IFRL military, I mean the safety car stuff, let's have your thoughts about who do you think's going to win this GP from this point on, with 12 laps remaining?
Algar's showing consistent pace throughout. Don't see, and he's been consistent. And Chris as well. He's getting carried by especially that DRS straight. The people behind will catch up by a lot. Like just with that one straight, Chris pulled out like 8-10. So it's gonna be a close fight between imaginary Evan and Chris and Algard. They're all within a second of each other, so it could be anyone's game.
really true about that. They are miles clear of P4 and P5, and just the rest of them. They've been able to set very good sectors, very good linings, and they've just gunned it away. I couldn't say anything more better than that. But let's see how these other drivers are giving it in. It went from 2.9 seconds to 2.6 from stealthy to them. So maybe the guys up behind are starting to close that gap as well, even though these two are giving it absolutely everything. Almost Chris shoving Outguard off the circuit. They're both going side by side into this uphill section. Now they're going to go long left-hander. The sun gleaming down onto the circuit, giving them some tire temperature. As we can see, Chris is now behind, but Outguard keeps it right there, keeps it right in, and absolutely stuffs the car through these S's, through this Japanese circuit, or Japanese section, Suzuka section
South
of
Korean,
South
bro.
Korea. And I know it's South Korean, but that
Literally.
the S's come from
Oh,
Suzuka,
okay.
mate. Yeah. Anyway, back up to the front we go, and we can see Outguard still leading away. We have got imaginary Evan, but let's have a look at the midfield bike, because I can't be bothered watching the guys up ahead because there really isn't nothing to watch because they're all imaginary. Well, one of them's imaginary. That doesn't make me want to watch it. So we can see Bali Pepe actually, on the other hand, moving clear away from Kazoo's boy Stealthy. Stealthy's going to need to make some inroads. I think there's someone entering the pit lane. It's Jar coming into the pits to change off of his hards, I think that is. Yes, it is his hards, and he's going to see him go. No, actually, it's his mediums of the hards, and Ratatapatata is going to probably go and do mediums on to hards. Yes, they are going to be going on to the hards. They were just on the mediums, and they are going to now gun it away. Jason's actually doing exceptionally more well than I'd actually prescribed him to do, as JZ and Perez are both in the points, both men giving it everything and absolutely sending it. We can go back up to the front. It is Chris and Evan and oh wait, it's Chris, Outguard, and Imaginary Evan giving it everything. 10 laps to go. The others behind have just dropped tremendously behind. It was 2.9, went down to 2.6, but now it is right back up to 3.2. So this is definitely showing who's going to have the better compatibility with this circuit through the South Korean Suzuka section, and they are going to give it absolutely everything. These men know what it is. They know what the feeling has been. Well, Chris doesn't, but Outguard and Evan definitely know that feeling of winning a Grand Prix. Chris wants to join the ranks of these men. How the heck is Raph all the way up there? I can see him. But Chris wants to join the ranks of the top drivers in this league, and he needs to make inroads to wanting to win at IFRL, and this is going to be his best and biggest chance at doing that here today. I'm not sure how Peak has fallen drastically off the pace. He's definitely hoping for something to come down. As we can see, Raf, he's going to now be on almost every single lap of this Grand Prix. JZ responds to Jar and Ratatapatata pitting. Will he come out ahead, or will the undercut be more powerful? Jar is definitely looking very vicious, very well, and looking to come out ahead. I think JZ's hopped out of the car, and I think JZ has had a little bit of an incident there. Maybe the McLaren. Oh wait, that's Cam standing in front of him. Never mind. Never mind. My bad, but I thought that was that. But Jar's gone on up ahead, and so dang, JZ has been able to undercut Ratatapatata. I mean, overcut Ratatapatata. Unbelievable. Potter's definitely going to be slamming his fist on the pit wall. But what's JZ doing here? JZ's lost a dramatic amount of speed, as now Ratatapatata moves right back in. Oh, yeah, it's the DRS. True. JZ has also decided to tuck into the DRS. He gets onto the slipstream, is going to blast past him, absolutely going for it. Why is he not moving up ahead of the Williams? Not sure what's going on here, not sure what's happening. Is JZ losing power? Has the McLaren power unit absolutely exploded? My game is lagging like mad. It is going crazy, but we go back up to the front. You can see these 2-3 random drivers, good drivers, driving out at the circuit. Outguard and Chris and Evan, they're going to give it absolutely everything, as I said countless times, and I think this is going to be the second time I'm going to go for a commentary break. Evan go for a cut in the last sector. I'm not sure if that puts him behind Bali Pepe and Stealthy. I have no idea where he is, so we're just going to have to guess and say, oh, well, Evan might be behind, he might be ahead. We're just going to have to wait till we see the leaderboard, because Irons decided to make such a bad game and then tried to fix it, and then they realized, oh, we couldn't fix it, and now they've left their game and shut it down. And Gray doesn't know how I got here. That's good. Pika said, "Wow, what's happened to Pika's crashed just when we were all talking about a
Pika's on
safety
the 8.
car.
Pika's on
This
the
is
8.
unbelievable."